We now have research and essay level insight as to why Nettspend is the face of youth culture today. Now, a lot of this can't be credited to me. It has to be credited to one of my commenters, Michael, which I'm going to read you what he said in a second. But I have to also say I went back and I re-listened to Nettspend. A lot of you guys suggested that I re-listen to songs, or you thought that I missed some things. I do listen on SoundCloud. I do listen to Unreleased. I'm re-listening to a lot of these things by Nettspend, and I do have to say he's not blown up on accident. He's had, I think, this larger than life vision from when he started. And I think that since everything has this consistency, there's like a clear brand with him sonically and visually. He has a persona. It's very clear. He's getting, not in the way that his music sounds, but in the persona and the branding he gets compared to Two Hollis. And I definitely see that he is going to be breaking out into the mainstream for this reason. And I think that the fashion aspect of him also is part of that. So I think that he's definitely, if not someone that you've already been hearing about, someone that you should know about, because he is one of the next biggest stars. So what Michael said about his songs, about his music, is a lot of insight that I think we should all hear. So I'm going to read it. Michael said, Nettspend's music has a lot of jump to me, and he is a culmination of a bunch of contemporary sounds and influences that have been pioneered in the last few years and during this decade. The more West Coast experimental fusion of Jerk and Milwaukee low end of Xavier So Based, the sporadic and mixture of genre blending flows of Yapo JJ, the abrasive aggressiveness of Osama-san, the blunt nihilism and harsh punch-ins of someone like RX Poppy, and the emotional vulnerability and expression in its pure form of Summers. His music deals with substance abuse, love, friendship, the loss of a loved one due to his family, the chaotic experience of youth, and a whole plethora of other thematic experiences. His collaborations with people like Kinlery and Cranes, along with Zave and Evil Gianni, express more somber attitudes, and Long Live You is an anthem celebrating the remembrance of his friend who passed on a drive-by 3 years ago. On Me and Jump are fantastic collaborations with Yapo JJ that show his unique ability to mesh and bounce off of his peers' equally avant-garde soundscapes. Shine in Peace is an inspirational anthem dedicated to everyone who helped him realize his dream of making music, and they also deserve to be present to celebrate with him. His Unreleased is full of genuinely beautiful music, full of amazing wordplay. And more so than his other peers who rely on more abstract communication through sonic messaging, his themes are more put to paper and consistent, especially regarding his persona as a badass fucking kid. He also said, I've put a lot of thought into this. If I may say one thing, it's a little silly to praise Xavier and Osama-san for being amazing pioneers, to which they absolutely are, and imply that Nettspend is the exact opposite when he was directly a huge part of both of their unique styles being developed historically. Nettspend is absolutely a pioneer in his own right and one of the biggest out of 1C. In fact, Osama-san's shift and expands into his own unique style of hypertrap/rage was in part due to a connection with Nettspend. It's one thing to not have a personal liking towards someone, but let's not pretend that history isn't what it is. And I feel like I was very much put in my place by that, and I very much appreciated that insight. So with all of that, let me know what you think of all of the things that make Nettspend, and definitely he's on the come up either way, regardless of my opinion, right?